Hello there, and welcome to this week's Rational Webcast with me, Nick, and him, Marty.
Hi, guys.
This webcast is for the 11th of January, 2016. We've been absent of late from the webcast, have we not? But then again, it has been Christmas and New Year, so who the hell cares, really?
Yeah, it's not like you guys were crying out for it, douchebags.
Great, just insult the audience, why don't you?
Meh, they'll thank me for it. One day.
You think?
I know these things, Nick. I know the people that listen to this. They love this.
They love you.
Whoa.
And
thank you. I'll take that.
They clamour out for everything that makes you great, and
you see, now I'm starting to think that this isn't honest.
I'm just kind of rambling a little bit. This week we're talking about Valve and their issues during Christmas, in which 34,000 users had their data exposed. Oh dear!
Somebody deserves coal.
What?
Somebody deserves coal.
Oh, coal. I thought you said coal, as in like did Walking coal.
Oh, The Walking Dead.
Cool! Yeah.
Nope.
I'm all into the comic anyway, so. And we are also talking about Oculus Rift is now available for pre-order. That's just so exciting. I want one so bad. And then we're going to do something a little bit different because, you know, it's been Christmas, news has been somewhat slow, and we want to talk about the upcoming things from developers, publishers, whatever the hell you want to call them. We argued about this beforehand, and what we feel their New Year's resolutions should really be.
Yep, gonna bust some opinions on your ass.
We'll give you Konami's right now. Don't be dicks.
Meh. We can carry on. It gives us something to talk about.
Yeah, true. Yeah. How was your Christmas, Marty?
It was tiring, Nick.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? It's Christmas.
Yep. And my child did not sleep, so it's always fun when you spend New Year's just coddling a child, begging it to sleep.
Happy New Year! Mwah!
Pretty much.
Yep.
Stupid people with the stupid fireworks. You should all die in a fire.
That's a bit harsh, dude.
I meant it.
You're a horrible person.
Not the first time. So, what about you, Nick? Good New Year's?
That's about it. You know what I was doing on New Year's Eve, about 10 minutes before the New Year rung in, I was editing. That shows how small a life I have.
Lame.
I do what I please, and I please what I do. I don't know.
Say that to Trix.
Really, that's weird. All kinds of weird.
You're the one that said it.
I didn't say it. You said it.
You said the thing. I didn't say the thing.
I can't even remember what the thing is now.
You were talking about pleasing people.
No, I said I do what I please, and
exactly.
Shut up. And I'm pretty sure there's a saying that goes, I do what I like, and I like what I do.
There we go. That's more like it. That's less creepy.
But, yeah, whatever. Valve is blaming a partner for the issue on Christmas Day. Seems kind of unlike Valve to try to deflect the issue to someone else, which kind of makes me feel it is legit.
A lot of breakups do happen around New Year's.
That's true. But it's not going to be me and Valve.
Nope, that's a long-term committed thing.
Yes, that's for life.
Pretty much. Yeah, I was actually a part of this. I was caught up in this in the midst of this horrible incident.
Did you get somebody else's details when you tried to buy something?
Yep.
Shit, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was trying to buy Sonic Generations and South Park: Stick of Truth, and suddenly I was greeted with my... I was greeted without the games that I was trying to purchase, and somebody else's details popped up, and my country had changed. My currency had changed to dollars.
Yeah.
And it was all very odd and very weird. And this was on mobile as well. I was surprised that it kind of had reached that point to which it was even affecting mobile users. But yeah, it was all
really
pretty screwed up.
Disturbing. Because just to think that my details might have come up on somebody else. I mean, I didn't get any of people's details, but just to think they might have got mine and they had the option to pay with my details, it's very, very scary.
Yeah, but they couldn't actually purchase anything, supposedly.
Well, supposedly.
But I mean,
it's still quite disconcerting.
I certainly tried to purchase things.
On other people's things!
No, I still thought it was mine. I just thought that my currency was screwing up. It wasn't until afterwards that I kind of clicked as to what was going on.
Oh, and then you looked into it more and it was like, yes, it's not you. Oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's what most people do. They don't even read the stuff. They're just like, yeah, buy, done.
And then I kind of afterwards then thought, well, shit, have these things actually been purchased?
Yeah.
And I went on to find out that the 2 games that I was looking to buy had been purchased. It was just that everything else was screwing up. So
it still come off your account?
Yeah. It was a very kind of odd experience, the whole thing.
So so no monetary details were had issues. It was just the personal details, which is still bad, but it's it's not like you're being robbed or anything.
Yes, yeah, and it was kind of email addresses, first parts of email addresses, I think specifically, phone numbers, the first few details from your card, but not whole numbers.
No, because they kind of blank it all out, don't they?
Yeah, I think maybe even parts of addresses.
That's very scary. Yes. Anyway, they think they were hit by a DDoS attack or something.
I heard that it was a caching problem.
Well, I've got some up-to-date information here, and it says early Christmas morning Pacific Standard Time, the Steam store was the target of a DOS attack which prevented the serving of store pages to users. Attacks against the Steam store and Steam in general are a regular occurrence. That's quite disturbing in itself. That Valve handles both directly and with the help of partner companies, and typically do not impact Steam users. During the Christmas traffic blah 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 2000% normal. In response to the specific attack, caching rules managed by a Steam web caching partner were deployed in order to both minimize even the impact on Steam store servers and continue to route legitimate user traffic.
Yep, and then that caching fucked up.
Yeah,
so that you were seeing the wrong cached details.
And then it goes on to say about in the second wave caching, blah blah blah, crap.
Yeah. So I mean, it's worrying that you were able to see some details and that your details were visible to others. Yes. Yeah. Will this stop me from using Steam?
Hell no.
No.
Well, to be perfectly honest, this happens a lot, like in daily life. Like, I'm not talking about like on the internet or anything. I'm just talking about if you're like just going around shopping. Some people, it's the equivalent of might be leaving your driving license lying around or your credit cards if you leave it accidentally in the card machine or something. Somebody else can just grab it, and that's probably. Why are you laughing?
I'm just picturing you leaving your driving license in a card machine.
Yeah,
just
because I tried.
Why it's not working?
Why is this not working? You take drive license.
Classic
I don't try
Nick.
to pay for goods with my driving license.
I desperately want to do that.
I don't even have a proper driving license.
Oh, fair point. No, yours would be is it green?
Yeah, it's provisional. I'm a 27-year-old man. I don't have a driving license.
Meh. I wish I didn't. Stupid thing.
Oh, I should. I'm working on it. I need to do it soon, though.
Soon.
Soon. Yes, soon.
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 Like tomorrow.
No, not that soon.
Oh.
I'll just walk into DVLA and be like, oh, driving license. They're like, okay.
You just give them your bank card.
Yeah.
Wonder why it's not working and walk out.
I'm sorry, sir. You have a complete and fundamental misunderstanding of how cars work.
You definitely should never drive. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, in retrospect, Valve should not drive. Is Burnout Paradise on there?
What?
Is Burnout Paradise on Steam?
Yeah.
Why don't I own this?
I don't know. Buy it then.
Burnout Paradise.
Why don't you have it? What
the best
kind
game?
of freak are you? What?
Burnout Paradise is one of the best. It's the best driving game ever.
Yeah.
I don't even care what anybody says. It's just the best. Oh, I love that game.
Well, why haven't you got it then?
Because they're
Reasons.
Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
I've been looking at a lot of Illuminati stuff, mainly because of Marvel.
I was actually looking into Marvel stuff the other day. I've started watching Comic Storian.
I
Yes,
know.
you know, because we share an account.
Yep, they were coming up, so that's why I've started watching them.
They are good though, aren't they?
They're really good. Comic Storian is brilliant. So
Shout out
is
to Comic Storian.
Explain or something like that.
What?
Comic Explain, I think the other guy is as well.
Yeah, Comic Explains the other guy that they plug a lot. But if you're confused about comic stories and stuff, then go over today. They really do a really good job of giving you concise information about like a story or an overview, and yeah, plus the way they read it is really cool. I really like it.
Yeah, they give you a decent gist of the story, but you know full well that if you wanted to learn more, you could just buy the comics and read.
Well,
about it.
yeah.
They do a brilliant kind of job of treading that line of giving you enough information to give you a complete story, but at the same time not absolutely wrecking it so you'd never want to go and read them.
Yeah. Let's go over to Comic Storian if you enjoy comics.
Yeah, brilliant YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And he has a good Reddit as well. Subreddit, obviously.
I was going to wrap up the Steam story, and then didn't.
Well, that strikes
we
me
saw
as your
we
fault.
got way off track. That's my professionalism for you. Non-existent. No,
so
what?
lame.
All I was going to say is that this won't stop people from using Steam, because this, although it was kind of a big deal because Steam's never been hit like this before, it is a regular occurrence in a lot of other things. I mean, the PSN has been hacked God knows how many times. It's had God knows how many crashes and privacy issues, as has any number of other community things type stuff.
Wow, Nick, don't go too in depth. Yeah, lots of other online stores have been hit by different things like this. Xbox Live, for example, has been hit by this sort of thing last Christmas. Well, not last Christmas, but the Christmas before. You get the gist. And but the difference is that these guys came out, that Valve came out and said, yeah, we've got issues, which they kind of had to, because a lot of people that use their store are not stupid. Total Biscuit came out and did a decent kind of video about it all. And yeah, but at the same time, they came out. They admitted that they got something went wrong. They told us exactly how and why it went wrong, which was very, very much appreciated. And it gives me confidence that they do want to make things right and ensure that it doesn't happen again. And just as proof of that, I've just bought a new game, Burnout Paradise.
Yeah, it's not exactly a new game.
Shut up! It's a new game for my Steam account.
But really, I've got to give Valve probs for the fact that this hasn't happened sooner. Steam is the largest digital distribution service of games, like, ever. And this is the first time something major has happened? That's, like, unbelievable. That's insane. They've done such a good job up until now, and you know, they had 2,000% their normal traffic, and their normal traffic is generally insane. So, I think that just goes to show how good Steam are in the first place, because, you know, you don't notice it if it's not happening, and that's the point, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, as much as Steam, yes, they have fucked up. I won't hold it against them for too long.
I've seen one more thing on the Steam thing. I've
Yeah.
just scrolled down for comments, which is always a bad idea. First comment: Steam gaming is garbage. Never in my life have I seen a system so infested with hackers and cheats while the gaming network does nothing about it. Fuck you, mister! Fuck you!
Whoa, that's a bit much there, Nick. Don't you think?
I don't know, it just seemed to be going off on one about it, and it's like, have you seen Xbox Live?
Well, I mean, Steam's a distribution service. It's not touting itself as some sort of non-cheat service or whatever else. I did not phrase that well. I apologise to everybody.
Well, no, but that commenter would seem to be it seems to be bitching about Steam for no genuine reason.
Meh.
I mean,
Let's talk about something else.
There are hackers and cheats on all these services, and Steam's one of the better ones. So get over it. Moving on.
Yeah, you can fuck off to Origin if you want to. So
Yeah.
let's have a look at what else we were going to talk about, Nick. I've forgotten everything. I need to. Oculus Rift. You remember the virtual reality? Well, now you could do the virtual reality soon.
Oculus Rift is fantastic. Have you yet used one?
Yes.
You have.
Yeah.
Fucking finally.
I used one ages ago. I told you about it. We had an in-depth conversation.
Did we?
Oh my god.
I can't remember.
You don't remember anything. You need
No,
to
I
get your
don't.
brain looked at.
I used one before you, and I was getting on about you to use one for ages, though.
Yeah, you did use it a bit before me.
Hmm.
Not much long before me, though.
It was a while.
It wasn't.
It was a while.
Shut up. So, the Oculus Rift is up for pre-order, finally. And just as they said, I mean, they told us that the Oculus Rift would be in the ballpark of kind of $300, and obviously it's come out at like almost $600. So, well done there.
599.
Well fucking done there.
Yeah, but it's no more expensive than a brand new console. You think when the Xbox One and PS4 first come out?
Well, yes, but you can then play games on those. You need to also buy a £1,000 PC in order to play a game on this thing.
This is brand new technology, though. This is... Yeah, it's Steam.
So it's a hairdryer.
What? This is brand new technology. This is cutting edge. We've been waiting for stuff like this for literally decades. Films predicted this kind of crap like 50 years ago, and now we've got it, and it's the first thing that consumers can actually buy. Yeah, it's going to be expensive. Yeah, it's going to have bugs. The point is, the people who buy it now are going to be the hardcore people, the people who've really been waiting for it for so long and everything. But the point is, the price will come down. Other versions will come out at cheaper. Everything always does.
But the fact is that you're buying a... Yes, you're buying the VR headset. You are not going to be buying the VR controller, which is also going to be extremely expensive, I assure you. And you need an extremely expensive PC in order to actually run anything on the bloody thing.
Again, this will all come down in price, and
it will all eventually.
Eventually, it'll become common. You remember when the Wii first came out? Yeah, the Wii's never been overly expensive, but
the Wii was really cheap.
But everything around that, basically, once upon a time, motion controls were expensive for what they were, and now you can buy one £10 a penny. They're everywhere. Once mobile phones were super expensive. Now you just get one on a contract. Everybody has one.
Well, yeah, but they're still super expensive.
Yeah, to buy outright, but not compared. You used to have to spend like $1,000 on a giant brick once. Now you can spend like £200 and get a smartphone. The point is, technology keeps advancing and continuously depreciates in price. I mean,
that's not really my point, is it?
Well, it's my point, though. It will come down... Yeah, it's expensive now, but it won't be forever.
Well,
and
yes,
this is only for the early adopters.
Yes, but they specifically told us that it was going to be far cheaper.
Yeah, they specifically said. So did everybody, though. All the
No.
new consoles come out and say, "Oh yeah, this is going to be this," and then they say, "No, actually, it's going to be more expensive."
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
That doesn't happen.
Yes, it
You
does.
just made that up.
No, I didn't.
You definitely did.
I did not.
You very much did.
I really did not.
You are making up things.
I not make nothing up.
I know that you're a novelist, but you
Apart
can't
from
just do that in real life. Nick,
I can't make up real life.
you evidently are in your head.
My books are now available on Amazon.co.uk and .com.
So's mine. So, we are talking about the Oculus Rift. Yes, it's going out. Yes, it's expensive. I mean, to be fair, it's probably not that expensive for what it is.
Well,
It's
that's the point,
absolutely
though.
massive in
What
terms of
it is.
the amount of technology in there.
Yeah.
And if you want to purchase a half-decent flat-screen TV, you're going to be paying a similar price. You are paying for not only a better screen than you would get on that flat-screen TV, but also one that is minute, right in front of your bloody eyes, and able to do all sorts of awesome other shit, including obviously a 90 frame per second frame rate. So,
I only used a prototype of the Oculus Rift,
yes,
and
yeah.
it blew my mind. I am
opened
not
my
kidding.
eyes.
It was one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had, and I would pay to do it again.
Meh. So, there are
It was
obviously
good. I want to play
also
Elite Dangerous on that thing.
there are going to be some other issues. Have you seen the latest one of the videos that Jim Sterling did this week?
No, I have not.
It was a game called Paradise Island. Now, I use the word game very, very loosely. It was an experience. It was called an MMO. You did not see other people in the game. Other people were represented by blue orbs, and you could not interact with them in any way, shape, or form. In fact, you couldn't interact with most of the island. The only thing that you could do is pick up seashells and apples, both of which will, of course, give you achievements. So you have a massive island, and you just walk around the shit. There's just nothing.
Is this early
there,
access by any chance?
really. I don't think it was. I think it was a
What?
full-on release.
What kind of bollocks is that?
Yeah. So I wouldn't recommend it. And if you start to get all of that sort of shit, it's going to put people off VR, and rightly so. But VR is also trying to find its feet. Are there really that many experiences that are going to be absolutely mind-blowing on VR when it first comes out? No.
Well, no.
Of course not.
There are always stumbling blocks. There are always hurdles. Like I said, this is a brand new consumer technology. And although, test rigs have been developed for it for quite a while now, there have not yet been any major releases on it. The developers haven't probably got their mitts on it yet. They still need to figure it out. What works, what doesn't work.
Do you want to know what annoys me?
What?
They told us when it first came that when it comes out, that the users will spend approximately 50% of their time using it playing games. So that must mean that there are other things to do with it. Other than watching films, I do not know of anything else that you can currently do with it. And that's what's worrying me. I want to see other software that really uses it.
That would be interesting. Virtual user interface type stuff.
Exactly. If you could start to really look into that,
Minority
create
Report
virtual
kind of crap.
desktops and so on,
Yeah.
that would be really interesting stuff.
But you've got all these 3D videos coming out now. Like if you go on Facebook, there's always like a 3D video, and you move your phone around, and it moves around. That's the kind of thing you're going to have on Oculus, and eventually it's going to get to a point where these VR, they're not going to be big, bulky pieces on your face. They're going to be a pair of glasses or something, if that.
Google Glass.
Yeah, basically. Google Glass is basically Google Glass is now where Oculus Rift was about, 5-10 years ago. It's a concept. And that's what's going to be the next step in VR technology. Like, originally when phones come out, you had the BlackBerry. That was a like a PDA, smartphone type computer in your hand. And then that was replaced by the actual consumer thing, the actual thing that evolved into the smartphone we know today by the iPhone. And I kind of see that as where it is at.
Yeah, I mean, it may turn out to be absolutely massive. It may turn out to be the thing that everybody will purchase at some point, and who knows, our next webcast in 10 years' time could well be done through that. I don't know. I'm worried that it will go the same way of 3D TV.
3D TV was crap, though.
Yeah. So?
They try different things. They try different innovations to see what the next thing is, but I genuinely think that VR, like the Oculus and the Morpheus and everything, has got a market.
Yeah, but I don't know whether that will translate to mainstream, which is where you really need it to go to get the massive innovations that we see.
Well,
that we want to see.
This is really not something that can be predicted, though. I mean, you can try, but you can try and predict, oh yeah, this is going to be the next big thing. But people will do whatever. People can turn their opinion at a drop of a hat. You never know what's going to be the next big thing.
Yep,
so
and I'm worried that... I mean, I think there's an argument to be made that it will be and it won't be, but I'm definitely on the cautious side of this one.
It will be in some iteration.
Meh.
Well, motion controls, I think, were pretty crap. Like, completely motion controlled. But elements of motion control do increase immersion and make things better. And that's, I think we're going to take little bits from all these different innovations, and eventually we're going to come up with a kind of amalgamation of everything put together. I've got the hiccups now. And it's going to happen and we're not even going to notice it.
Yeah, I think the main issue that I've currently got with VR is that the interaction with whatever you're seeing visually is currently not up to scratch with current technology, with current controllers. You can't just use an Xbox controller, a PlayStation controller, a Steam controller, and still feel immersed in the same way as if you were actually moving around to interact with these things. And that's hopefully where the Oculus Touch is really going to come into it. This allows you to use finger manipulations and so on to interact. I haven't necessarily seen what the Vive can do in that respect. I don't believe that it's got any interface in the same way that the Oculus has. So that I am actually worried about with the Vive. But you never know. They did say that they had a massive breakthrough, so perhaps this is it. But it's an area where I think that if they could really nail the Kinect, which I know is something that you are not a fan of, if they can really nail the Kinect, get that to the point where it's accurate enough to genuinely keep track of motions and so on, then that could be the answer that we're looking for.
I don't think the Kinect is a bad idea. I'm not against it in concept.
Oh no, you just weren't a fan of the product.
No, it just didn't feel right. But
morally?
What?
Morally?
No, what? No, it just didn't feel intuitive. But I get what it's trying to do. Anyway.
So,
we have the specifications for the Oculus Rift if you want them. The minimum specifications.
Yep.
You're going to like this. Mid-range i5 processor, 4590 equivalent or greater, 8GB plus of RAM, HDMI, blah blah blah, 3 USB 3 ports plus 1 USB 2.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is the kicker. an NVIDIA GTX 970 or AMD equivalent R9 290.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean, that gets rid of a large portion of the kind of enthusiast PC market.
It gets rid of
it
most
really
of the
is the
market
only
in general.
Yeah, it really is only the high-end PC enthusiasts that will be able to play anything on there.
And that's the minimum requirements. By rights, because of my graphics card, I would only just be able to play an Oculus Rift.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've got a 970.
Yep.
That's kind of crazy, but I guess it is rendering much more than a normal screen has to render.
Oh yeah, it's higher than higher than 1080p, but also it's 90 frames per second.
Well, it needs to be because you're up close and they're trying really up close to it, so you can see the pixels if need to be. And it needs to be smooth because it's a virtual reality. Otherwise, it might make you sick. It might make things not seem real. But also, its field of view is much wider than you would ever play on a normal screen. Because, it has to incorporate peripheral vision. And you'd be surprised how much power it takes to make the FOV larger. Because it just has to render more at any one time.
Yep.
Am I getting too technical babble for you now?
No, absolutely not.
Then come back with some witty comeback like you do.
I'm looking forward to playing Lucky's Tale.
How was that witty comeback?
Because I was going into the fact that Lucky's Tale is shite, but it does come boxed with the Oculus Rift.
Fair enough.
Have you seen anything of it?
No.
It's essentially Mario 64, but with a fox, which I assume is just Tails. And it's just a 3D platformer. But it's really quite weird because it's not something that you'd imagine would work with a virtual reality headset.
Well, no.
It's a ridiculous concept.
That's the thing. A lot of games, I guess, would be excluded from being available on, working on a VR. Like third-person games, I suppose they wouldn't work greatly unless they were to innovate in a kind of big way. You would only really be able to do first-person games, properly, because it's basically putting you in the character's boots, shoes, whatever. Especially a platform, like if you had a side-scrolling platform, that would, what the fuck? How would that work? Like I say, they've incorporated peripheral vision into it and everything. It just,
yeah, you just kind of have a weird depth of view effect, wouldn't you? Depth of field effect.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be great.
This is where we start to see the interesting things, I think, now. Now it's actually available for pre-order and it's actually going out to the public, and people can get their hands on it, say what they like, what they don't like. People can get new ideas, try new things, and I think we're going to at least see a lot of innovation, if nothing else, just to try and use the new potential of this thing.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing what's actually going to be coming out. I mean, a lot of these games will suddenly start to market themselves now that they know that that pre-orders have been taken and there are potential customers that are going to be purchasing. And that's what I'm looking forward to now, is just seeing what people come out with and the reasons why they believe that we should actually purchase anything. But as I say, I want to see more software beyond games.
That would be interesting.
Definitely. I want to see a OS which allows me to see 30 screens virtually.
Anyway, moving on.
So now we'll talk about different New Year's resolutions that companies should make.
This is Marty's fun new segment of today's show.
New Year's resolutions. So
I was trying to think of a jingle. I couldn't know.
It was so easy as well. It was just like, it was there. It was right there.
New Year's resolutions.
You sound like you're in pain.
Ah!
Exactly. So I want to, so I'm going to name different companies, and Nick is going to tell me what he thinks their New Year's resolution should be.
Well, this is going to be fun. Tonight on New Year's resolutions, we ask me, what do you think these new developers should be doing with their lives, if not being dicks at all? I don't know what I'm saying. It's just kind of a stream of consciousness thing now, and I'm running out of.
Yep. So they can be developers. They can be what do we call publishers. We really don't care. So the first one I'm going to ask you about is Warner Brothers.
That was a curveball. I was expecting it to be Nintendo or something.
Nope, wanted to see you struggle. So Warner Brothers, what do you think?
No more Batman games!
Whoa, why not?
Well, not in the Arkham series anyway, because they've driven that into the ground.
Okay.
I hear Arkham Knight is shite, so...
Meh. It was bland, according to
Played
Jim
it?
Sterling.
Well, yeah, no, the fact that Arkham Asylum was so unbelievably fantastic, and then they improved on it with Arkham City, and then it's kind of skidded downhill drastically from there. And Arkham Knight has not been... I just basically don't want to see them do what Ubisoft has done with Assassin's Creed, Activision has done with Call of Duty.
Speaking of Assassin's Creed, have you heard that there might not be one this year?
Well, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, there is going to be one. I've seen the new Assassin's Creed Chronicles India, is it?
Oh, yeah, but that doesn't count.
That's
I mean,
not
a
the
main series, yeah. They're talking about them not being one this year. Instead, giving it a rest. I think they're talking about bringing out Watch Dogs 2 instead, and then next year bringing out Assassin's Creed Egypt, Ancient Egypt Times.
See, if they released the Assassin's Creeds every few years, and paced them, then I would probably still be invested in it. I'd probably still play them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the fact that there's a new one every year, and it's like, oh god, this is too much. We just need a break from it, They've oversaturated. But I'm down for Watch Dogs 2. If Watch Dogs turned out to be Assassin's Creed in modern day, I'd be fucking down for that. That would be a good thing. If they, because that's an evolution of the concept, but I doubt that'll happen.
They do share a universe, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah. You can see different NPCs that are walking around. You can see that they belong to the... I can't remember the name of the company in Assassin's Creed, but that company.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought
I
thought it was just a Easter egg.
No, there are kind of loads of hints to it that it's a part of. At least the world, if not the series. Well, definitely not the series, but the world.
Maybe it will be then. Maybe we'll see some more connections between Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs, which I'd be properly down for. That'd be cool.
Okay, and what about some of their games kind of beyond...
like Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Fuck Mortal Kombat. I know, I've never been a big fan of Mortal Kombat, to be perfectly honest. But if that's what people like, do more crossovers, but not stupid ones.
Wow.
Well, not like the DC versus Mortal Kombat versus DC. That was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea in itself is kind of cool.
Mm. Yeah, I quite enjoyed the what do we got? The Marvel. It wasn't Marvel, was it? That's absolutely
DC.
not Marvel. It was the DC game.
DC.
I can't think what it's called.
Marty thinks Superman's a DC. It was called. What
was it called?
DC.
No, the other one they brought out. The one with Superman.
Oh, Injustice.
Gods Among Us. That's
no, that one was kind of. People said it was kind of bland. I'd yet to play it, but I kind of like the idea of that because it works. It
was pretty cool. I enjoyed playing through the story mode.
Yeah, it's not Mortal Kombat, but it's got that kind of Mortal Kombat-esque feel to it.
Hmm. Yeah, I just like their kind of take on the different characters and how they were all together, which obviously was the Injustice storyline, but still, it was kind of cool.
But what they should do is more like Shadow of Mordor.
Ooh. Shadow of Mordor 2.
I'm not saying Shadow of Mordor 2.
I'm saying Shadow of Mordor 2.
No, because I don't want it to become an iteration thing like a lot of things do, but something like that. That was really, really good.
But it left it on such a cliffhanger.
Shut up! I haven't actually finished it.
Oh my god! What are you doing?
Shut up! Are
you playing other games?
What?
Are you cheating on Shadow of Mordor?
Yes, I have a lot of games to play. I play a lot of games. I haven't finished Shadow of Mordor. I haven't finished GTA 5. It's fucking insane. GTA 5 though is because the game glitched out and wouldn't give me the next mission though.
Yeah, the game's just bloody massive. You don't need missions in that game.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to play the next mission.
Just download the
Because
whole
the story
mod.
was good.
So
like
was
the
Shadow of
story.
Mordor. Play Shadow
Yeah.
of Mordor.
Yeah. I don't know why I stopped playing it. No, I know why I stopped playing it. It went to the new area. It went to the new sandbox, and I hate when games do that.
Yeah, but it's just
But the
you
overall
haven't
game-
got that much further to go if you've got to there. To be fair.
I know. You get used to one area, and it's like, I have to learn another area, and this bit's not even going to last that long. Far Cry 3 did the same thing, and it suffered because of it.
Yeah.
Well, it suffered as soon as they killed off Voss. That was shitty.
Yeah, it was a stupid idea. He was such a cool character.
Voss
They were
was
like, "Oh, this is the
amazing.
new bad guy now." It's like, well, I
Yeah,
don't
it's like,
care about him.
Well, the idea was he was the bad guy all along.
Yeah.
And he was behind Voss, but it's like, no, we don't care about him. Voss was kick-ass.
Yeah.
I want to see... No, I'm looking forward to Far Cry Primal. I actually am. I would like to see a Far Cry with Voss in, like...
Fine then. Fuck off, Warner Brothers. Let's
Voss's
talk about
own story.
Ubisoft.
Yes, let's talk about
that's all we've done so far. We've gone into Assassin's Creed, Pig and Watch Dogs, and now we're talking about Far Cry. So just start it off. What do you want Ubisoft to do?
Watch Dogs being Assassin's Creed, but not Assassin's Creed, and them to stop making Assassin's Creed games.
You've just... you realise what you've just done there, don't you?
Yes.
Oh my god, Nick.
No. The Assassin's Creed games have got very, very samey. They are the same game, basically. The setting's just different. And yeah, like Steampunk London, well, not Steampunk, but Victorian London might be cool and all, but that doesn't change the fact it's the same gameplay. Whereas Watch Dogs, it had a different feel to it. Because you had the mobile phone, you had to hack stuff. And I like the idea of that being the new way in which assassins do things, the new way in which they deal with the Templars and everything. You know, make innovations with your property, not just stand on your laurels and make the same thing just in different places. Anybody can do that.
The sad thing is, they did innovate it. You just have to look at Assassin's Creed 4, which was Assassins on Boats.
But they went back.
Exactly. They did something brilliant and then thought,
That's my
that
point.
sold really well and everybody loved it. Why don't we just do the same thing that we did prior to that again?
Yeah.
It was, I'm not... Ubisoft is stupid.
Thing is,
and they
Ubisoft
keep
have-
doing it. They had Far Cry, what was that other one called? Blood Dragon. They made something that was really cool. They made Far Cry 3, which is great anyway. They then did Blood Dragon, which everybody loved. And then they just went back to doing Far Cry 3 again.
Yeah, Far Cry 4 was Far Cry 3. Pretty much just a different setting. Barely a different setting, even. It was just the mountains instead of an island. But Ubisoft are so good at these things. They can do it. They have done it. They just don't. Because they'll know they have to have a game come out every single year. And maybe that's just to keep the cash flow. But I don't know. Maybe they would get more. They'd get the same cash flow if they waited for a few years, made something really innovative and new and awesome, and released that every few years, as opposed to just keeping the cash flow coming like dribs and drabs with a new version of Assassin's Creed every year.
So, in short, what should their New Year's resolution be?
Stop. Innovate, not iterate.
There. I didn't ask for a stupid thing. So, what about Nintendo?
Carry on, Nintendo. Do what you've been doing for the past 100 years.
Make great games.
People like their games,
Everyone
and
likes
I
their
have to
games.
admit, I do like playing some of their games just as fun diversions. I'm not a big Nintendo person, but what they do works. And I can't really argue with that, to be perfectly honest. Although, leave the motion controls. Leave alone the motion controls. Stop innovating.
Now, I want them to carry on innovating. they've done some fantastic things in the past.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm not sold on the aesthetic of Splatoon, but I like the fact that they've actually made a fun third-person shooter for like the whole family. Which
Genuinely, didn't like the aesthetics. What didn't you like about them?
Too cartoony, too childish. But then again, that is the thing. Most third-person shooters are all gritty and for adults, and that kind of took it to a kids thing. So that kind of works, you know.
I just like the squid thing. Yeah, but what about if we go a little bit further and go for something like, what would you say to the developer of the next Zelda game?
Who is
or
the
Mario.
developer of... Say again?
Or Mario. IG Enuma would be Zelda.
I don't know. Make it open world? More thing? I don't know. I'm just thinking Zelda Skyrim.
Whoa. I think that's kind of what they're aiming for, to be honest, with the next Zelda. It looks pretty interesting. Shigeru Miyamoto was very into it when he was talking about it. He kept on saying, "See those mountains over there? You can go to those, you know. You can go there." Like, oh, okay,
I know,
well
I
done.
liked it.
You've finally done that.
I do like the gritty, dark things. That's why I fucking love Jessica Jones. That was amazing.
Yes. And,
yeah, I have watched
David
all
Tennant.
of it now. David Tennant was outstanding. He was a marvel. Yeah, I can't praise him enough for that performance.
I've never not liked him in anything he's done.
He's good in everything.
There was something like The Minister's Wife, or something like that, where it was like a gritty political drama,
I don't know.
featuring him and his wife, who were both MPs, and it was superb. He was amazing in it.
The thing is, he does a lot of different things. He has range, and a lot of his stuff, I'm just not interested in the genre. Like he did that Broadchurch or something, and I wasn't interested because it wasn't my thing. But then he'll do something else, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah," because it's my kind of thing. So he appeals to a massive range.
Yeah, absolutely. He's
This is how good Jessica Jones was. I watched the entirety of it in about a space of 12 hours, including sleep.
wow.
I just got too tired to keep on watching it, so I went to bed, woke up about 6 hours later, and kept on watching it straight away.
It is absolutely amazing. It's his Tricks watch as well.
She watched the first episode. She thinks it may be too dark for her. She likes light and happy things, so...
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's definitely pretty dark at times.
Yeah, it's dark. It's damn good, though. Damn good. Watch Jessica Jones, it's really good. Also, watch Daredevil. It's not... I would personally say it's not as good as Jessica Jones, but it's still damn good. And they make references to it in the later episodes of Jessica Jones, so...
Yeah, I'd say that Daredevil's probably a better package overall, but Jessica Jones has David Tennant, and for me that absolutely just pushes it beyond. That's how good he is.
It has character. Jessica Jones has the characters, where Daredevil has like the action and the overarching story and everything.
And the weird things with Jessica Jones as well is that it's a superhero TV series in which the superhero elements are done so poorly. Like, any fight scenes are just shocking. Any points where she uses superpowers are just crap.
But I think that ties in with it because she's not that big on actually using them.
Well, yeah, but the bits where you actually see her use them are so poor.
Maybe it was such a small element of the show, though.
Yeah, you don't see her use them very often. That's fair. But yeah, I would marry David Tennant.
I think we all would if we had a chance.
Wow.
You said it first!
I only kind of half meant it. And Nathan Fillion.
You meant it fully. You meant it completely.
I'd also marry Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion's cool. I'd have him more as a bit on the side.
Whoa.
This is getting weird.
You're making it weird.
I'm not making it weird. I'm just admitting that, yes, I have man crushes because these people are awesome.
Yeah, I can't think of any others, though. They're kind of my two.
Well, you know my main
Ooh,
one.
Tom Hanks.
I wouldn't go for Tom Hanks.
Really?
Yeah. But
Why?
you adore Tom Hanks, so he's your favourite guy, isn't he?
He's such a good actor. I
The
mean,
thing is, you wouldn't go for Keanu Reeves, would you?
I don't. I like him in so many things, but for some reason he never quite pulls me in as some other actors do.
Oh, I like Keanu Reeves.
I mean, my favourite film of his is one that I don't think most people will go for, and that's Constantine.
Oh, I love Constantine. It's such a good film.
Have you watched the TV series?
I tried watching TV series, wasn't big on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Which is weird because that one was more true to the comic, even though he didn't smoke in it.
Wow, that's a big omission.
I thought you would watch a TV series.
I want to watch the TV series, but I'm worried that it will wreck the film for me.
You have to think of them as different entities.
I know, but I can't.
Yeah,
okay, Nick, I just can't do it.
In the comics, Constantine's chain smoking, he's got lung cancer and all that. In the TV show, they completely cut out the fact he has anything to do with cigarettes. Because of the political correctness and stuff. But I think that's a part of his character.
Such a large part.
I mean, I don't advocate smoking. I never have. I don't like smoking. But when it's a character trait and it actually shows something about him, plus the fact they went through the whole storyline where he got lung cancer in the comics because of his smoking and he had to deal with all that, that's then part of his character and it makes him grow as a character in the comics. They completely can't do that at all in the TV series. They can't use that story arc.
Mm-hmm.
We've gotten off topic a bit.
I was going to ask next about the Batman vs Superman trailer. Was that on your showing of The Force Awakens?
No, I don't think it was actually.
No way. Have you seen the latest trailer?
Is that the one with Wonder Woman in it and you've got like shit going down and everything's blowing up? I have seen it online.
Yeah, what do you think?
It's got all the best bits of the film in the trailer, I think.
Mm-hmm. I can't
There's
believe that
some speculation it's going to have Doomsday in.
That would be weird.
Yeah. Some people reckon it's Doomsday making everything explode. Which I think they've kind of gone too full tilt with it so far. Because, you know, Man of Steel was supposed to be the start of their DC's version of like the cinematic universe that Marvel has.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one, they've got like, okay, let's bring Batman, Wonder Woman, let's make reference to all these other people, it's the dawn of justice already. It's like, they're trying to do it at a breakneck speed. Whereas Marvel built it up over God knows how many films, and then had it culminate when they all come together. That's what made it so good. I think Dawn of Justice, I don't think it'll be a bad film. I think it'll be better than Man of Steel. But I think it'll be mediocre at best.
Yeah, I think they've got kind of a decent cast and bits like that show that it could definitely be a decent film. But I can't believe that they chose to put the bit with Wonder Woman into the trailer. So that should be the big reveal. That should be the part where you get chills, but that you suddenly see her and it's mind blowing. She's
kind of become a selling point now more than a surprise.
Yeah, which is just a farce. If they can't make a selling point out of the fact that they've got Batman fighting Superman, then Wonder Woman isn't going to save it. You know, that's never going to be a bigger selling point than the fact that you've got Batman and Superman finally sharing a screen.
Batman and Superman are the two biggest parts of the DC universe, possibly then followed in popularity by like Flash and Green Lantern and stuff. Wonder Woman, I wouldn't say is even on the top 5 or 10. Not for me, anyway.
Oh, she's got to be top 10. I mean,
maybe
top 10,
arguments
but not top 5, but
towards
top 10.
Towards the bottom of the top 10, though.
Fair enough. In preference, isn't it?
Next film, they're going to have Aquaman. Look, it's Aquaman! Everybody's like, done with this!
Yeah.
They are making an Aquaman film.
Are they?
Yeah, it's got Jason Momoa in it. The guy who played Ronan from Stargate Atlantis. He's playing Aquaman.
Cool. That could be alright.
I mean, I was thinking, oh no, they're making an Aquaman film. And I saw him just as Aquaman. I was like, oh, they're making an Aquaman film. He looks actually quite badass.
Yeah, you could see him kind of bring a decent twist to the role.
Yeah, because he's not a pussy.
Exactly. He's in his own right. He is a badass. So that could be a decent shout there.
He is cool. But apparently the Conan film he was in was
It's all about getting the right backing with these sorts of things. And if they're going to bother to make a decent universe out of it, then they've kind of got to make a decent go at the film.
Okay, as soon as all the gaming stuff has gone out the window this week, do you want to use our last few minutes to talk about the big thing over Christmas?
Well, of course, we do all know that Santa was sadly shot down by the Russians. And I just want to put this out there that Vladimir Putin should come forward and admit what he did. We all know that it was him, and regardless of what he says about the Turkish, they are not, in fact...
Dude, what you're doing now is actually pissing off the Russians. Don't want to piss off the Russians.
Seriously, you think that the Russians are going to come after rational gamers? They know that would be a media storm that they cannot weather.
I'm actually scared now.
Putin's a pussy.
Have you seen his calendar?
What?
Putin has a calendar.
Does he?
Yeah.
Is this a Google Calendar? Is this something we can download?
No, it's pictures.
Okay.
Hang on. You have to see this. Putin's sexy calendar has arrived.
Okay. I mean, what were you actually going to say? 'Cause
No, I was going to talk about Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that came out.
Wait, what the fuck?
What?
That's weird.
Can I help you?
No, I don't think so. You cannot. You can never help me.
Okay. I'm looking at this calendar. It's a bit weird.
Have you found the calendar?
Yeah, it's a bit too. I don't know. It looks genuine. Is this genuine?
I think it is genuine.
That's a bit weird.
It's the one where he's holding the fishing rod, looking at the camera like, yes.
Yep, these are man boobs.
It's the one with this sprig of parsley or something. He's got like a plant in his hand. Looks like he's smelling, just looking off into the mid-distance.
That's showing his softer side. That one, the one with the horse, and the
so
one where he's
fake.
cuddling the dog.
It looks so forced.
Hmm.
Now I see a picture of him wrestling a bear. Just for shits and giggles.
So, yeah, what do you want to talk about Star Wars? Do we really want to go into that? I'm worried about the whole spoiler territory.
It's the end of the webcast. If you don't want spoilers, turn off now. We've been Irrational Gamers. Everything after this is spoilerific.
Okay. Are we done now?
Okay, Force Awakens, yay or nay?
What about the bit where Chewie dies?
What about the one bit where Yoda comes back to life in a giant Yoda head spaceship?
You went too far.
No, I didn't. This is what Trix was told about Return of a Jedi when she had been told she had never seen it. When she said that she had never seen it to somebody, she was told that there was a giant ship shaped like Yoda's head.
Wow. And she went for that.
God, no!
Oh. I don't know,
she was told it.
Fair enough.
But she was disappointed to find, because she still hasn't seen Return of a Jedi. I don't know why. But she was sad to find out that Yoda had died. But even though they didn't mention it, she'd figured it out by the fact that they were referring to Luke as the last Jedi.
Yeah, I suppose so. What do you think of the Yoda replacement?
That's as soon as she came on the screen, I was like, yeah, she's Yoda replacement written all over her, and I don't like it.
Pretty lame.
She's just yellow instead of green.
And I kind of got fed up of Finn just kind of looking just away from the camera going all the time. That was a bit annoying.
Finn was okay to start with, and then he kind of got a bit annoying after a while. But strangely enough, I kind of thought like Rey was a bit to start with, like her acting, and then she kind of brought it back. She was cool in the end.
Yeah, and it does help that she's really cute. And I wouldn't necessarily go with hot. She's just cute.
I know she towards the end. She kind of looks badass.
Yeah, I mean that helped.
You like strong women.
Yeah, I've got nothing against it. I was not a massive fan of Kylo Ren. I mean, I kind of like his character. I like what they're doing with him, but Kylo Ren himself is a bit douche.
I thought it was too much like Anakin. Not Vader, Anakin.
I see. But he wasn't quite as, I'm going to go with slapstick, as Anakin was.
No, but he was kind of whiny.
Yeah, he was pretty whiny. I like what they're doing with the Force, making it more physical.
Define physical.
The whole kind of stopping people in their tracks, kind of blood-bending type stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The stopping the laser was absolutely amazing.
Oh, well, he just reaches out and stops it. That was a good scene. Yeah,
that was the coolest thing they could have done in for the first couple of minutes to kind of show that they are sticking to Star Wars but making their own thing out of it.
What I liked was the fact that he kind of reached out, stopped the laser, and then he lowered his arm and just walked over to the guy, and the laser stayed in the air. Well, up until now, we've seen that it takes effort to keep something. So either he's extremely strong with the Force and is keeping that there, or I don't know what, but I did like how it gave the impression that he was effortlessly keeping that laser in mid-air without even trying.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. That was such a nice touch.
My biggest bugbear with the film, something probably quite minor for most people, but is Luke's lightsaber.
In what way?
Do you know what I mean?
I'm not sure what your issue with it is.
They say it was Anakin's, and then it was Anakin's, and then it was Luke's. Yes,
yeah.
That's what they say, and now it's gone to Rey.
Yeah,
because I think Rey's Luke's daughter.
Okay. And I disagree, but okay.
What?
I disagree, but okay.
Why would you disagree?
I don't think she is.
I think she is.
I think she's Obi-Wan's daughter. Maybe even granddaughter. Probably, definitely granddaughter.
Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't see it.
While he was hiding out, I think he did the dirty.
No, I think Luke fell in love with another Jedi while he was training people or something, and that's why she's so powerful with the Force, because basically two Jedis got together, and Jedis are not allowed to have kids, but that's why Luke was so strong, because he was the child of a Jedi.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean that you have to be the child of the Jedi to be strong.
Well, no, you don't, but why she is stronger, because she just she had no training, and she convinced James Bond to leave the room.
I was more impressed by a whole resisting of Kylo Ren. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was cool. She didn't just resist him, she turned it back on him. Anyway, no, the lightsaber. It's not Luke's saber. Because think back to the end of Return of the Jedi. Empire Strikes Back.
I appreciate that he made a new saber, but
yeah,
still
Luke,
his saber.
I am your father. Hand cut off, fell down. The Cloud City is hovering in the atmosphere of a gas giant.
She talked about the fact that she went to a gas planet.
But the lightsaber fell, and I always assumed it just fell into the gas giant. And then Luke made a new one. Basically, I'm hoping in the next one they make reference, like Luke says, like, how did you get this, or something like that.
Well, what's-her-face, Yoda, said that she got it from the gas planet.
Yeah, but how? It would have been extremely hard to find. And, Luke had to grab onto the antenna to be found by the Millennium Falcon. A lightsaber would have just fallen out.
Yeah, it went straight down onto into the gas planet, and she fished it out.
You can't fish things out of a gas giant!
Whoa. Are you saying that in the far-flung past, that in this science fiction setting, there wouldn't have been any way to fish
it would have been crushed!
It's a lightsaber, Nick.
Yeah, but it's not invincible.
You don't know what it's made out of.
You've seen lightsabers cut in half.
You still don't know what it's made out of.
It's just metal and everything. The actual saber is something that's not strong enough not to be cut in half.
It's been cut in half by a beam of pure energy.
Yeah, but do you realise how dense a gas giant is when you get down towards its core?
Absolutely incredibly so. But
yes.
That doesn't mean that there can't be materials that would not be that would not
has,
deform them.
like, liquid hydrogen at its centre. Not because it's cold, because it's fucking dense.
So?
You don't... You realise how dense it would have to be liquid hydrogen?
Nick, you're talking to somebody that is, at his heart, a chemist. Yes, I understand. But I'm also stating that in a far-flung past, in a science fiction story, there may be materials that could withstand
There's suspension of disbelief, and then there's just stupidness.
Nick. Because at the end of the day, there's no saying that that there isn't some form of force field surrounding it that would help it to survive in such a setting.
In that case, Luke could have just fallen off, and he would have been fine, and there would have been no tension to the end of Empire.
Well, only if the force field were to stretch itself to the size of Luke.
You're making no sense.
You're making no sense.
All
because this actually happened, and you're still
them to do
arguing it.
Is make some reference in Star Wars 8 to kind of just explain it. That doesn't have to be a big one. Just something. Just Luke looks at it and says, how on earth did you get that back? Or something like that.
You know what he'll say?
The
I picked it up.
Force.
Oh. Yeah, that as well.
I don't. Good film, lots of plot holes.
Yeah, but it's a Star Wars film. That's kind of what makes them.
Star Wars 1, the first original Star Wars, was a self-contained film, though.
Well, yeah, but still in the other films there were loads of plot holes.
Yeah, because they knew they would have had a trilogy by then.
There are loads of plot holes throughout. They're all full of plot holes. It's like the cheese of film.
You're the cheese of film.
You're the cheese of rational gamers.
If I'm the cheese, you're the Stilton.
What?
We're getting
You
really
saying
bad
that
insults.
I'm rich and flavourful?
I'm saying you're ugly and stinky.
I'm saying that you're a stupid poo face. So welcome to Rational. Thank you for listening to the Rational Gamers. I hope that you've had a good time.
You can't even do the outro properly.
We've all enjoyed seeing you today, and we hope that you'll join us next time. Also, check out some of our Let's Plays, which we post every day. And if you like them, please ensure that you like one of Marty's videos. But just post the odd dislike on Nick's.
You dislikes on my videos are dislikes on the channel, and your videos are on the channel. So you're only hurting yourself, dude.
So yeah, thank you very much for listening, and remember, buy Nick's books on Amazon.
Bye-bye, everybody. Go watch Star Wars.
Bye, guys. And watch Jessica Jones.
Yes, watch Jessica Jones. It's awesome.
Watch that before you watch Star Wars. There are kind of
just watch
links
Jessica
between the
Jones.
two, so it's probably best if you watch Jessica Jones first.
That makes no sense.
You make no sense. Bye!